My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to the Bazaar. It's time for the Vanessa to go in. Give me... Do I abuse the barrel if I get it? That's what I gotta figure out first. Ooh, I'm not offered the barrel. Instead, I'm offered Shoe Blade, 6 seconds to deal 20 damage with a 30% crit chance. There's Coral. Every 4 seconds, heal 10. When you buy an aquatic item, it gains 6 additional heal. Revolver. Every 3 seconds, deal 10 damage with the crit chance of 20%. When you crit, reload 2 ammo. And then finally, Honing Steel. Give the weapon to the right of this plus 10 damage to the fight. I'm going to take Honing Steel. Because with Honing Steel, almost any weapon will be good enough for a couple of fights. I'll scrape for some golden experience. None of these are weapons. Alright, Pyro. I'll fight you. And win. You don't have to have anything on board to win this one. Which is great news for us. I guess the reason that I want to fight Pyro in this instance is so that I can get Cinders. When you sell this, your leftmost burn item gets +1 burn, and then that would be for either a Fiery Cutlass. I think that's loot from the 3rd day? Tempest Flame Dancer? Very, very narrow hits here, but none of them especially had anything I was interested in, so I'll settle for this. Realistically, I just want the 3 gold and 1 experience. Ooh, lighter. Okay, another tool. Ah, Sylvia, you sell silver tier items. I love seeing you on an early day. I mean, he's right there. Pufferfish, when you haste, charge this 2 seconds. There's also Jita. Every 5 seconds, deal 5 damage and slow an item for 1 second. When you slow, this gains 5 damage for the fight. Finally, Ramrod, reload adjacent items with 1 ammo and haste them a second. I haven't actually got to use the Pufferfish yet. I'm gonna do it. I'll also take Jita, just so that I have a Jita, right? I think it actually is. Just so that I have a weapon. 1 income on day 1? Give it to me. I'll take it. Bupubble. How are you going to do against some scaling damage and also poison? It's entirely possible that Pygmalion has just fielded a bunch of defense. Defense and heal. Okay, so you're going to get rid of a lot of the Pufferfish charges, unfortunately, as well as burn me quite successfully. Thankfully, Jita is starting to do some damage. The main problem here is that my poison gets pretty much swiftly removed by this enemy. But the extra 100 damage from the Jita is going to be enough. So glad I had a weapon on board. Where am I going to find these haste triggers from?
Another empty chest waiting to be filled.
Improved toxins, your poisons have +2 poison, rightmost shield has 20 shield, or your leftmost item has 8% crit chance. I'm going to take the improved toxins. I mean, if you're going to give me the setup for poison immediately, I'm going to take it. It feels only appropriate to do so. Lick it. I could actually buy your crit. Get 10% crit chance on both Pufferfish and Jita. Honestly, I probably just want to save my money right now. I'll take a small weapon. Bolus. Nice, every 4 seconds it slows an item for 2 seconds, so it's going to scale the Jita a little. Middle, you sell medium items. There's not that many that we're going to hit this early. You know what? Strange Mushroom, now that the skills, the base skills are a lot more powerful. Fiery. Your burn items have +2 burn. That's great to me. Coconut Crab, Rogue Scrapper. Rogue Scrapper does good damage. Well, I guess Covetous Thief would give me the ability to haste. So Rogue Scrapper has 450 health. Every 10 seconds, they deal... Well, that's 20, 25... Just over 100 damage. About 110 damage.
Just waiting for your command.
And they'll do that. Which basically means I don't survive until the sandstorm, right, in that fight. And I don't think I kill them before the sandstorm comes either, unfortunately. Jita will have... After what? 5 triggers of this, so 20 seconds in. We've got an additional 50 damage already on Jita. I don't think it's impossible that I win the Rogue Scrapper fight. I just think I'm guaranteed to win the Covetous Thief fight. And the Covetous Thief fight actually has something that might be useful for us. I'd love the additional experience from the Rogue Scrapper. I just don't. I can't guarantee that I win the fight. We could get the Shadowed Cloak here when you use your item to the left of this, sorry, the right of this rather, hasted a second. If it's a weapon, it also gains 3 damage for the fight. And there's also Grindstone. Every 3 seconds, give the weapon to the left of this plus 10 damage for the fight. See, I think by now I would have died to Rogue Scrapper. Safe, I can sell that for 3 spare change. Mountain Pass. I mean, I gotta be honest, Mountain Pass and being able to fight, yes, yes! Oh my god, this gets us off to such a good start. A fight, and it's against an enemy that I can absolutely conquer. It's actually a surprisingly large amount of burn they do quite quickly there. Maybe I am screwed. Wow. That hurt. That really hurt. I was so cocky going in. I was so certain. Kina sells non-weapon items. Jungle Ruins. I'm gonna hit up Kina. I need some more power. Well, okay. Beach Ball. Hasten aquatic item for 2 seconds. There's also Jellyfish. Whenever you use an adjacent aquatic item, this gains haste for a second. I'm buying both of those. There is also Tripwire. Every 5 seconds, slow an item for a second. When your enemy uses an item, charge this 1 second. That and Jita, like, there's some interest there, certainly. But it's going to be really hard for that to beat a Jellyfish with 2 aquatic adjacencies. So every time either the Beach Ball or the Pufferfish goes off, Jellyfish gains haste. And Beach Ball giving haste. The likelihood of finding anything that I'm especially enthused about after a roll here is actually relatively low. I'm gonna move.
Place to store the rest of the tyrant.
Bronze tier ammo, bronze tier loot. I'm gonna go for a bronze tier item. Ah, it's another friend, a Narwhal. Every 4 seconds, deal 4 damage. Whenever the Pufferfish triggers, it will give haste to the Jellyfish, so it will immediately gain 2 seconds off of its own charge. But that still means that the Pufferfish... Well, no, when the Beach Ball triggers, it gets 2 charges for the Pufferfish as well. Does that mean Pufferfish ultimately ends up triggering faster than the Narwhal? I'm not certain about that, but I am certain that I can field Honing Steel and Jita and just have like a secondary damage source on field. And that probably does pretty well for us.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of
Larthius. Good lord, that's a board. Oh boy. You got cool LEDs when you use the core charge is 2 seconds, and it is silver, so it's getting charged 2 seconds. There's proboscis when you slow charge, there's 2 seconds. That's... Wow, that was a very quick charge on the ignition core. Well, Honing Steel, which has the same speed as the Narwhal, triggered as many times as the Pufferfish, so that didn't really help me settle anything there. I mean, as much max HP as I can have, thank you. I need to get levels. I need to fill out the rest of this board. Eccentric Etherite. Well, actually, Tempest Flame Dancer is here. The Fiery Cutlass would still be pretty good for us. A nice way to field some damage. Up against Rogue Scrapper that has very little value for us, and then the Eccentric Etherite that realistically has the best value for us, and it's exclusively in the skill rigged at the start of the fight. Haste 2 items, 3 seconds. But I'm also not certain I can beat the Eccentric Etherite. With the extra 150 HP, I probably do. I'm gonna go for the Tempest Flame Dancer. Gimme the Fiery Cutlass. Do it, nerd, you won't? And if they give me anything else, it's gonna be some reasonable money. Maybe a Sharpening Stone, maybe Cinders.
I will accept my punishment.
Sharpening Stone. Yikes. Probably one of the worst outcomes there for us, but it's fine. We get the upgrade for doubling the value of this beach ball. Now it's tasting 2 aquatic items. Kev, I know you have a whole armory, but the Mountain Pass needs to give me an enemy I can fight. Or it can just give me an experience, I guess. Sylvia. Hello. Silver tier items, and you're an absolute store for us right now. The Beach Ball. Haste 3 aquatic items, 2 seconds. Love it. Incredible. What luck. There's also Astrolabe. Every 6 seconds, shield 20, and then haste a non-weapon item, 2 seconds. When you use another non-weapon item, charge this 1 second. I'm gonna go for it. If I simply sell all of my stuff, I have exactly enough to field it. It's not an aquatic item either, so the Beach Ball can only haste 3 aquatic items, which means it will haste the Pufferfish, the Jellyfish, and itself. We just got so much more powerful in a single store, it is bewildering. Sheol.
You should know. I'm a
I mean, you could just hit me in the face bigly. You could big hit me, just big damage face hit. I mean, a lot of things triggering and some scaling, shielding, and healing alongside Matchstick, that might be enough. Oh, no, wait, it's not going to be enough for the poison. Oh, but their burn happens twice as fast as my poison. There's 2 ticks of burn every second. There's 1 tick of poison every second. Yep, no, they get through us. What I really need is shielding alongside this. I need to replace Jita and Honing Steel with a barrel. That's what makes this pretty impenetrable. Aerodrome, you can go anywhere, but Kina sells non-weapon items, and those are the most important to me right now.
Cast aside your deathstruments.
Star chart. Jason items have 15% crit chance, but also lower their cooldown by 15%. I'm gonna sell Jita and Honing Steel. Getting us up to 10 gold. I will buy the second jellyfish to get a silver jellyfish, and I will get the star chart here. Adjacencies matter. The beach ball and the pufferfish both need to be on opposite sides of the jellyfish. It's probably the pufferfish that wants the cooldown reduction, and I guess I'll give the other one to the astrolabe. I'm now prepared for dock events, at least. 1 poison from Artisan Dunes? I mean, it's better than getting a single medkit. 1 poison for our pufferfish, and I can beat Hydro, dude. If I can't beat Hydro Dude with this build, what even is the point? Give him the big poison. Alright, great. That 4 experience and 7 gold is going to be tremendous. Citrus, 4 regen as well, that's nice. Argenta sells silver tier skills. Your items have 2% crit chance. When you start a fight, increase this bonus by 2%. That this early on is wild. When your enemy has more health than you, your weapons have cooldowns reduced by 5%, and there's also Desperate Strike. When you have less health than your enemy, your items gain 10% crit chance. I'm gonna go with Inexorable and have 10% crit chance in 5 fights time. Well, actually, 4 fights time. Mountain Pass. Don't do me dirty like this. I've come to you in times of need, asking for experience. Hello, Hercubian. Give me the rocket boots. Plus 2 seconds worth of haste to the beach ball. I mean, like, it's already in perma-haste territory, to be fair. Goggles! When this gains haste, your items gain 6% crit chance for the fight. That's actually pretty sick here, because Lighter is doing nothing. But if the goggles ever get hit, that's 6% crit chance for my entire board. The docks, thank you very much. I have the astrolabe working here. I also have the starcher. I have 2 different ways to work at the docks. Get a silver tier item, silver tier loot item. I'm going to go for the silver tier item. Seaweed, when you use an aquatic item, this gains 10 heal for the fight. Admittedly, that's actually probably significantly better here for us. The crit chance is nice, but actually being able to heal so that I can extend my life?
My fight isn't with you.
Pretty good. God, I love that Vanessa skin. Oh boy, you've already fielded a Weather Glass. It's got 3 multicast because of your Lighter, Jellyfish, Trebuchet, etc. You got a lot of redundant burn on that field right now. A Trebuchet that's not doing anything. And it's got the Immolating Spark on it. Maybe Lighter should be there, or Weather Glass. You know, things that carry the thing a little bit further. Anyhow, maybe they have big plans for it in the future. Good board. Definitely max HP again. I know there are small items available, but if I can fix my HP problems, I will start to dominate a lot of fights, I feel. B1 and B2. I wonder if this is intentionally a nod to the bananas in pajamas. Anyhow, let's get rid of the goggles and the lighter because I will happily buy my item upgrades here. Beach Ball. I mean, Pufferfish needs the upgrade. Beach Ball wants it? I'm gonna buy Beach Ball. And I'm gonna sell the Star Chart and the Seaweeds so that I can get the Pufferfish. I know that I just got a lot weaker right now, but I think overall I will end up a lot stronger as a result of this. The beach ball is not, it doesn't have an aquatic item for it to currently haste. But now it can support 4 aquatic items. And also that's an additional haste trigger for the pufferfish to see. Yep. Random straight through. 10% crit chance with the leftmost item. That'll probably be the pufferfish. Upgrade your leftmost bronze or silver tier item. Probably astrolabe if I had to guess.
Ooh, the keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
Borrow, lose 1 income and gain 6 gold. Jules Cafe, I need money. I'm gonna borrow. I've never done that before. Aerodrome, you can travel anywhere, but Tox Clocks, you sell haste, slow, and cooldown items. I care about those. Trebuchet, welcome back. I got a lot of haste triggers. I can absolutely use a Trebuchet. I don't think I can afford to roll here and find anything that I would want to use. So Trebuchet says, whenever you use another weapon or haste, charge this 1 second.
Go ahead. Underestimate.
We're not really going to be doing the weapons, but haste? I can do that. Oh, you got the trash down mare. You got the augmented weaponry, and you've already gotten 12 additional damage out of it. Wow. That's a lot of value, friend. Wait, that's not Chrono Barrier, it's an Armored Core. Okay, we're okay. We're okay. Everything's fine, everything's right with the world. Big poison. Aquatic items are really good for us, because they're other beach balls. But I also basically have the best aquatic items right now, so it's really difficult for me to ignore Astrolabe 5 gold 1 experience. Goldie sells gold tier items. I can afford gold tier items, but I'd not be able to reroll and afford them. And unless it's pufferfish, it doesn't really make that much difference to us. I'm gonna hit up the mountain pass. Give me an enemy, give me an enemy, give me an enemy. Yes, thank you. Chili Charles, that guy doesn't do damage, so as long as I poison him, we're off to the races. Everything's perfect. And we did poison him. Another 3 experience, another 8 gold, another item as well. Even their worst items sell for 4 gold. Ice cubes. Every 9 seconds, freeze 3 small items for 1 second. Not a great freezing item, to be fair. Rukon teaches weapon skills, Vermeer teaches crit skills, but all in.
I do not teach. I help you discover for yourself.
You teach gold skills. When you use a friend, burn 2. That's fun. If burn still triggered haste off of Trebuchet, that would be really fun, but it doesn't. Improvise burn, when you crit, burn items gain 1 burn for the fight, or improvise poisoned. When you crit, your poison items gain 1 poison for the fight. I think improvise poison. We've got inexorable, so we have crit chance related.
Skills quickly, but it takes patience to master them.
The best thing here is Loan Shark.
I can make all your problems disappear.
Not only does Loan Shark have Shark Ray, which has a lot of benefits for haste, but also crashing waves. When you use an aquatic item, haste a weapon 1 second, which would be a really good way to get the trebuchet to see a lot more haste triggers, as well as to see a lot more haste triggers for Pufferfish. Come on, give me crashing waves. Or the shark ray. I'll accept the ATM. Cash cannon? Every 6 seconds deal 100 damage. When you gain gold, this gains additional damage equal to the amount of gold gained. Cash cannon? I think I'm gonna have to go to an eating contest to get that taste of that out of my mouth. Ugh, cash. Cannon? Jewels for a temporary boost. I could get 5 gold, or I could go to Kev's Armory, health, toughness, and shield. Best related thing to our build right there is going to be the Astrolabe. I'm going to go Cache of Riches. I just don't think I find anything good in the other place. Silver tier item, silver tier loot item. Give me a silver tier loot item. I wasn't even going to ask for the cooldown reduction, but it is what I wanted, just so you know. Toraluk.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
Oh, me too.
Out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobody.
Quick freeze. The first time you haste each fight, freeze an item for 4 seconds. You have Lefty Lucy. When you use your leftmost item, haste an item for a second. And time to tinker. When you haste, shield 20. Shield 10, sorry. Annoying. But our poison is getting there fast enough.
My crew says at the bar, another round.
Couple of crits there, bought us a couple additional poison on the Pufferfish by the end. Oh, like 7 additional poison? Sick. There's the docks again, but Bakun, you have Trebuchet, you have Pufferfish, you have Astrolabe, you have Water Wheel?
Oh, hello. I mean, welcome to my business.
Cannonade! Every 6 seconds, deal 100 damage. When you use a weapon, charge this 1 second. It's cool, but I don't want it. Barrel! When you use a non-weapon item, this gains 10 shield for the fight. I think Trebuchet is about to go away.
Where's Mitsworth? Oh, did he see me close a deal?
There was also a cove there. I don't find that to be relevant. Barrel. When you use a non-weapon item, this gains 10 shield for the fight. I'm going to have a lot of shield. I'm going to have a truly huge amount of shield. I guess that was the hit in Kev's store that I wasn't thinking about. Thank you. There's nothing I don't want from this fight. I mean, there's certainly better and worse things, but there's nothing I don't want. Give me the pearl. Oh, give me the pearl. Give me I'll use turtle shell. Will I? I have to take haste triggers off a board for the turtle shell. Maybe I don't. This fight is really dangerous now with the turtle shell and pearl's activation speed. Unless you have poison and you go straight under the armor.
Waste of gunpowder.
Seashell, every 5 seconds, shield 10 for each aquatic item you have. I mean, I'll take it. It's a 4th aquatic item on board to have perma hasted, as well as some additional shielding, which is nice. I legitimately think we are so far ahead of the game right now that we can take out Radiant Corsair without an issue. That said, Radiant Corsair is also one of the easier legendary difficulty enemies to take out, so I'm always pretty happy to see it. Yeah, it's going well.
Best watch the horizon, matey.
None of the items are useful for me. Fire and Rebirth as always. Anchor. Actually, Every 12 seconds, deal damage equal to 20% of your enemy's max health. When you use an adjacent item, this gains haste for 2 seconds. It does get haste. Whoa! Sirocco steps! Okay, we have an enchantment here. Sirocco step. I guess we also have Burning Caldera if I want to go back in the direction of burn. But first off, I need to find how I can get the most additional haste triggers. Pufferfish, if you give out 2 haste triggers with your... No, of course not. Pufferfish gives out 1 haste trigger when it's turbo enchanted. Barrel? Barrel hastes 2 items for 1 second when it's turbo enchanted. That's insane. I don't need them to be hasted for long. I just need them to be haste triggers for the Pufferfish to see. Oh, this is so good. Eating contest, again, it's the max HP that matters the most. Goodbye, cash cannon, ice cubes. And hello, chocolate. That's skill upgrades. You can only offer me upgrades to skills I already have. Medium items, yes, there are really good medium items for us, but skill upgrades, especially to improvise poison, inexorable would be okay, I guess. Just don't show me the other 2 and then say, hey, I did it. Okay, inexorable. Now it's going to get 4% additional crit chance for each fight we go through. Malafong, you sell burn skill. C4, great. That's a good reason to go to Old Zane, right? That's a great reason to go to Old Zane. Barnacle Crusted. Reduce the cooldown of your aquatic items by 10%. Pufferfish gets even faster. Nice. Cooldown right there. 6.9. I think I'm just gonna, like, sweep win until the end of the days. Ooh, Invigorating Cold. Have they got an Icicle on board to start it? They don't. Do they have any freeze? They don't. Never mind. Invigorating Cold's not active for them yet. I'd be much more terrified were it. Oh boy. A little recap of that fight. Ah, aggressive. When you use a weapon, it gains 4% crit chance for the fight. I can see how they were using that. Gumball Machine, Colt, and Cabin Fishing for a small aquatic item. There are some small aquatic items I have, but... want. Especially the shield, I think, here for Gumballs are pretty good for us. Come on, give me Bakun and I'll sell them all for what I bought them for. Nope. Instead, you're going to give me max HP at the eating contest, and I'm absolutely going to snap that up. Okay, so Mr. Vortex, I don't acknowledge your doctorate. Mr. Vortex doesn't really have anything especially interesting to us. Oasis Guardian, you have... You do have poison-related stuff. Ouroboros statue, when you poison, gain 2 regeneration for the fight. I'd have to take something off board. Fossilized femur, based on regeneration, Nightshade. Okay, Oasis Guardian doesn't have things I want, though. Joyful Jack, you have Rapid Thaw, as well as an extract for additional poison to an item. You even have Poppy Field. If you have no weapons, your items have their cooldowns reduced by 10%. I don't think that's worth taking the Astrolabe and Seashell off board. Black Rose might be worth taking the Seashell off board, though. Black Rose, every 6 seconds, heal 40. When you poison, this gains 15 heal for the fight. Yeah, Dr. Vortex. I'm going for Joyful Jack.
Come to steal my potions. Filthy beast.
I have come to steal your potions. I want those extracts. Give me 2 additional poison for my Pufferfish, please. I don't think I'm getting too many of my haste triggers out of the Astrolabe at this point. But the Astrolabe is also the only way that I get haste on the barrel, because the barrel is non-aquatic. Equivalent exchange. When you heal, charge a poison 1 second. Guess there are ways to use that. I don't have them though. JJ's.
I mean, a customer.
Those are weapons. Don't you know I don't use weapons? I'm a pacifist. Like most Jabalians. Port, reload your items to ammo and then charge them 1 second. No. I mean, that and repeater are actually sick. Like, there's stuff going on there. There's heat. But, no. I'm doing this, and I'm so invested in this, I'd have to sell a lot to try and pick up both of those. Docklines was there for slowing, but I don't even think that's worth it at this point. 2 gold and a gold tail loot item. Give me the cooldown. Nope. I had to call it. I'll take the regeneration. At this point, with Turbo Barrel giving 2 haste and so much shielding, like, my negotiable slots on board are basically Seashell and Astrolabe. And, like, Water Wheel, I guess, would be what I put on, but Water Wheel wants adjacent aquatics, right? How did they change Water Wheel? Water Wheel, haste your other items 2 seconds. When you use an adjacent item, charge this, and then some amount of seconds. Okay, never mind, it's fine. Yeah, Water Wheel would actually be a really good pickup is the thing. All right, Paul, show me Water Wheel.
This is talking fast.
There's a crow's nest, a cove, and a lighthouse, none of which really fit into our build. Wow. Submarine, every 3 seconds, deal 50 damage. Gain shield, equal to this item's damage. I mean, it's not bad. Electric eels, every 6 seconds, 10 damage. Slow an item for a second. Flagships here as well. All of these are totally fine. They are just also not better than what I'm currently doing.
I will be there long after you are gone, and so will I.
Man, I really wanted that Water Wheel. Oof. Oh, they released a sequel to Justice?
I may be young for a captain.
Justice
but
2,
I've seen
Law
my
and Order.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
I mean, that's what it'd be. That's what it would be if it was made. I don't necessarily agree that the people who espouse law and order are actually bringing justice. You can gain as much shield as you like with that barrel.
It does not defeat me.
You can crit with every attack if you should like, but you are poisoned to death. Hull, large items again. I'm even gonna trust you.
It's just straight boulders.
Whoa,
This is more fun.
iceberg. This early? When your enemy uses an item, freeze it for a second. It's really good for countering infinites. But do I want to counter infinites or do I want to do my own? I think I just want to go off faster. Water Wheel and it's upgraded! Yeah, this is absolutely what we take. Get out of here, Anchor and Trebuchet. And then it's, I think Astrolabe is the next cut. Because I got to keep the turbo barrel on board. And the barrel is going to have haste because of the Water Wheel.
Whatever that is for, I hope it pleases you.
Okay. Water Wheel, every 7.2 seconds, haste your other items for 2 seconds. Whenever you use an adjacent item, charge this 3 seconds. And it's next to the Pufferfish, who should activate the most commonly out of this entire board, then the Turbo Barrel, which, like, that's the only other item it can be adjacent to. So, 3 spare change, please. I mean, surely I go for the Roaming Isle. When you heal, charge a shield item they have as short up. They have a jellyfish, clamora. There's stuff in that fight that's okay. Ferrous Khan giving us the energy potion is definitely the best possible outcome here, but there's so many things Ferrous Khan could give us that would be completely meaningless. I'm glad that I have 4 aquatic items on field, so the beach ball is seeing a full field, and the water wheel is also seeing a full field. We can see the Pufferfish is pretty much perma-hasting. After the Pufferfish is upgraded and is charging every 4 seconds, it won't need 3 triggers. It'll only need 2
Maybe a skirmish.
in order to go off, and that will be pretty good. Speaking of, we are immediately offered the upgrade because we've leveled up.
This will inspire the crew.
It will inspire the crew. Oh yeah, you sell weapons, and I don't use those, so I'm gonna go and get an experience. Colts and a Cinder Chase. Colt sells items with ammo. I'm going for...
This is health food. Literally.
Let's get 10 additional shielding for the barrel. It doesn't really make that much difference at all. It's like I've activated an item before the fight starts.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
I do lose a lot of haste triggers if my jellyfish dies. They're not targeting it though. And they're doing burn. Wait. Oh, you actually have an Icy Omega Ray. You are actually freezing me. How dare you? Like, I'm capable of shielding, which is really good against burn, but... Yep. Freezing stuff will still hurt me. I did have a lot of poison under them, though. You got to freeze 5 things for an individual second. Heavy machinery and rigged. Rigged immediately freezing something at the start of the fight as well with the quick freeze. Frostfire for another freeze. Heavy machinery is hasting 2 additional targets. Yeah, that's pretty good. A bit of slowing coming out of the cool LEDs. If you showed me that board, I would have told you that I thought I was going to win. If you showed me their skills, though, I think I would have told you I might lose. Middle sells medium items, but the Grandmaster, you have skill upgrades. And that could be an additional 4 poison for my board. But it's time to go back to the classics. Oh my god, give me trickle down. Let me trickle down economics, Awakened District. No, I don't remove their shield! They're gonna kill me. Oh, no. I don't remove their shield, so they just do all of that in damage to me. I really wanted trickle down economics. It would have caused another haste trigger off the water wheel. Vermeer, you teach crit skills, but you're up against a Dira with diamond tier skills, and that's gonna be a tough one for you.
Prove them immeasurably.
You have regeneration equal to half the poison on your enemy. The thing is, if I have enough poison on them, is that regeneration worth anything to me? I think it might be. Venomous Vitality, come on.
But there is so much more.
Enchant a weapon with lifesteal. Yeah, which weapon? Let's go to Bakun. We can sell our small items.
Small things? Oh, it's like the baby birds that nested in my mother.
For additional value. Dock lines. I do like slowing enemy items, but I feel like the turbo barrel needs to stay on field. Shark Ray would be gaining damage.
Is it because I talk too
I just
fast?
came there to sell my items, I guess. Snack time for 280 max HP, though. We gotta turn that down. Mythilius!
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
Oh boy. You've got the rays and the obsidian ray gun. Railgun, rather. When you use a core or a ray, charge this 3 seconds. My regen is actually doing serious work right now. Unfortunately, the enemy is just doing so much more. Good lord. I didn't think there was a single chance I would be in this position right now, but
Are we meeting?
see an enchantment location. Enchantment item with shield effects. I have a feeling that Pufferfish scales its shielding when you do this. No, it just shields 50. Could have sworn. It's either that or doubling the shielding from Turbo Barrel, which is good. That's a lot of shielding the barrel can put out. But the Pufferfish is activating constantly. I'm gonna give it the 50 shielding and see how it goes.
I won't fall. My people need me.
Because I die pretty quickly when I die.
Nothing tiny, nothing huge. All about moderation.
Fishing rod! If I had enough money for the high quality version of this, I would. Hasty aquatic item to the right, 5 seconds. At the start of the day, get a small aquatic item. The small aquatic item, oh, there's the turbo. There's the turtle shell. And now I'm going to sell the barrel. Barrel? Maybe it's Beach Ball. Beach Ball is 4 aquatic triggers, 4 haste triggers every 1.7 seconds or whatever. Turbo Barrel is 2. I'm going to get rid of the barrel. I needed to so that I could get the turtle shell. The turtle shell, when you use another non-weapon, charge this 3 seconds. So this will charge very fast, charging the water wheel next to it much faster as well. And then it'll scale its own shielding as well as the shielding provided by the shielded pufferfish. So I think I should get like a ridiculous amount more shielding from this than the alternative. Double barrel as a free item that we can sell. Happy to see it. Trash Titan, you have like one thing that I care about. Frost Street Champion, you have almost nothing I care about. Right? Frost Street Champion. Yeah. Literally nothing that I want. Trash Titan has Juggler. When you use a small item, charge a large item for 1 second. So that's just Jellyfish giving a charge to Water Wheel. There is also Ectoplasm there, but I don't want to actually field it. Ectoplasm, every 6 seconds, poison 3, and then heal equal to your enemy's poison.
Unbearably slow.
I'm going to fight for the experience.
Steel weak, ice cut best.
Thank you for freezing all of my stuff. You'll do it every time I activate an item, but as long as I get enough poison on you, I should be okay. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. The nitrogen hammer's got a lot of damage on it. But they don't survive long enough for it to go off. In fact, the trigger happened, but the damage didn't resolve. Sapphire, every 8 seconds, freeze an item for 4 seconds, and increase your other items freeze by 1 second. Gold tier loot item, cooldown reduction, please. And there it is. 9% less cooldown reduction, or 9% less cooldown, rather, for your leftmost item. Shielded Pufferfish, if I can get you to 4-second activations, it'd be insane. But I can't guarantee that. Water Wheel, if I could get you to 6 seconds... 6.6. 6 seconds would be absolutely wild by you. Grandmaster, you sell skill upgrades. I'll take the improvised poison upgrade. Our poisons now get 2 additional whenever I crit in the fight. Which is good, because they're now critting for, yeah, it's 63% of the chance. 63% of the time, rather. Jules Cafe. I'm going to hit up Jules Cafe and take an extra 700 max HP for the rest of the day. Because I would love to get a 7th victory.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Oh my god, that's so many haste triggers, and you've got coolant leak as well, so you're gonna be freezing my stuff? How dare you? Oh, shield bash as well, yikes. I'm using a lot of non-weapon items. My shielding is scaling, as long as you stop freezing my stuff. Okay, my shielding is now scaled. Oh, their damage is scaling as well, how dare you? Thankfully, my poison also scaled ridiculously. 2,000 poison on him, that'll do. And with that, I get 1,000 regen. Party like you did 1999 poison to him. Racetrack is a haste item, which I'm going to hit up because I don't have a huge amount of money. Captain's Wheel. Haste adjacent items for 2 seconds when you use a vehicle or a large item. Charge this 1 second. I mean, yes, that could theoretically, and then Water Wheel, but it doesn't want to. I'll take it, but I don't think I need it. Kina sells non-weapon items, Cinder Chase, and the Gumball Machine. I'm going to look at Kina. Spyglass. Adjacent items have 25% additional crit chance at the start of each fight. An enemy item has its cooldown increased by 3 seconds. I'm not going to reroll there. I don't want to actually spend money there. Upgrade your leftmost item. It's irrelevant if I upgrade the jellyfish or not, so now we can go to all-in and just get a skill. Wait. No. Sick burn. When you poison, charge a burn item 1 second. I do not have any burn items. But, Lefty Lucy, when you use your leftmost item, haste an item for a second. I mean, Water Wheel does need shielded pufferfish to be adjacent to it, and the turtle shell, but it could be the other order. And then anytime the turtle shell goes off, it gives 4 seconds worth of charge back to the shielded pufferfish.
I have seen such talent once before, and it bloomed into a Dira.
I mean, it's gotta be the veteran octopus. I have almost no benefit I can gain from this fight outside of the experience and gold, but the experience in gold is good. We can see when I actually get to go, when the build gets to go, it is ridiculous. I think I assembled it early enough that most enemies won't be just freezing and slowing me constantly. But I am also running into a lot of enemies freezing and slowing me constantly, so... Bell's dig site, dig for a free item. Let's have a look.
Imagine the wonders waiting for us in the ground.
Gamma Ray, when you use the core or another ray, charge adjacent poison items, gain 1 poison for the fight. There's Grenade and little friend there, none of those are relevant to us. Skyscraper, deals damage equal to 3 times the current value of your other objects. double value in combat, and if you have 4 or fewer items in play, it has multicast. No, thank you. Oh, wow. Belt for 75% additional max HP. I legitimately wonder if that's better. I lose so many haste triggers by taking the beach ball off the field. And also by having Belt on the field, because Belt cannot be targeted by haste from Water Wheel. Thrusters. Adjacent items have their cooldowns reduced by 15%. Water Wheel charges off adjacent item usage. I don't think I want it. There we go. Feathers. Reduce their cooldowns by 4% across the board.
These things behind
Professor Wriggle, hello.
Included with every poison, free admittance to my lectures.
Oh
About
boy.
poison.
When you poison, your weapons gain +5 for the fight. I'm gonna go with the initial dose. Your leftmost poison item has +12 poison to start with.
The toxic arts.
2% cooldown reduction off of everything. Sorry, 4% cooldown reduction. Hit up the Shrouded Figure. I am looking for experience here, please. You gave me 3 and then I moved forward 1 space. I've never gotten a full 4 from that. It looks like I got 4 there, but I moved forward a space afterwards, so it was 3 and 1. Murray, I've got to say, you are probably the least likely class to destroy or perma-freeze my stuff. They do have Desperate Cleanse, so they are capable of removing the half of the burn and poison on them. Oh, you've got an infinite going on with your Hourglass, with your Matchbox and the Deadly Yo-Yo. I'm doing a lot of shielding, and I'm gaining regen. It does appear like I'm shielding and regenning fast enough to get past them. Hell yeah. Oh my god, that was so close. Shielded weights was increasing the shield given to them by the model ship. The model ship had Matchbox and Deadly Yo-Yo on either side and a bushel. Wow, with the turtle shell? That's a ridiculous build. So glad we were so glad we were capable of coming over the top of that one. Did not expect that. Middle sells medium items. I'm gonna go to Jules Cafe for the health. I can't afford to spend a bunch of money on chocolate bars. I'm gonna go get a poison item. Oh wow, it's a jellyfish. Yeah, sure, I'll take the jellyfish upgrade. I don't actually want it, but I'll take it. 2 gold in a gold tier or diamond tier loot item. Yeah, scrap, yeah. When you sell this, additional 12 shield to your leftmost shield item. The one that activates most commonly is actually shielded Pufferfish because it doesn't activate off of other item usage. It activates off of haste, which means that it gets so much more value from Beach Ball or Water Wheel. Void Golem, you destroy something at the start of the fight. It's too likely the Void Golem immediately destroys my ability to survive. There's almost nothing that I want from this enemy. I mean, just money, basically. So give me the Skyscraper so I can sell it for 24. We are capable of putting up absurd numbers of poison very quickly. Oh, wow, Skyscraper, thank you. And while we do that, we get pretty ridiculous amounts of shield as well. Insect Wing for 6% cooldown removal. Kina sells non-weapon items, but the Bazaar con has experience for us, which gets us all the way up to level 19, which is our second enchant. Celestial Conduit. Item can no longer be frozen, slowed, or destroyed. That is really good. Burning Caldera. Caldera, rather. I mean, I'd love to be able to. Actually, how does the turtle shell respond to upgrades like this? Turtle shell. Doesn't really mind. It doesn't have any unique outcomes. Water wheel. What about you? What about you? Slows a single item for 3 seconds. Water wheel. Is it more important to me for one of my items not to be slowed, frozen, or destroyed? Which would probably be turtle shell. Or is it more important for me to disrupt my enemy? I think it's more important that they don't slow or freeze turtle shell, because turtle shell is my defense scaling, and I need that. Water wheel is now down to 6.0, which means 2 items activating next to it immediately triggers water wheel. And whenever it triggers, it immediately triggers Pufferfish. Twice? So just between the 2 of them, they're doing infinite. Okay. My enemy has a lot of shields. I'm okay with that, because I also have a lot of shields, but also their shield doesn't matter to me, because I poison them under it. Mm-hmm. 3.5 thousand poison on them. It's going well. A lot of haste triggers. $380 HP is nice, but a mysterious portal could also be ridiculously huge. Yeah, like literally just upgrade an item for us. Forger, I wish I had something for you other than the jellyfish. All of my items are diamond tier now. Woo! Middle you sell medium items, but I don't want them. Eating contest, I'm gonna overpay for 150 max HP after turning down 280. Yeah, I definitely should have taken the HP before. But also, what if I got an enchantment place? You know? What if I got an enchantment space? Oh. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a freeze here. I'm gonna jump back to the main menu and back in to try and get it to cooperate. We're definitely late enough that I have to reasonably expect that people will be running like some serious board disruption. Which is one of the reasons that the Radiant Turtle Shell is in the build. Or rather, that it's Radiant in the first place. Lord of the Wastes, give me the Genie Lamp, which is almost always what I want from this fight, but give me the Genie Lamp anyway. Wait, Pendulum. Every 8 seconds, haste your items 2 seconds. When you crit, charge this 3 seconds.
The Bazaar is corrupt. Let the desert cleanse you.
I have a 76% crit chance. Flamberge. This deals quadruple crit damage, but it's a weapon. No, thank you. Professor Wriggle, you teach poison skills?
Included with every poison, free admittance to my lectures.
When you poison, your weapons gain damage for the fight. First time you use large item poison. Slowest item gains 5 poison. 5 poison is not anything to turn our nose up at, but the fact is, there is a, your poison items have haste at the start of the fight for 2 seconds, and that is the best available outcome here. And unfortunately, we didn't get it, but I do think it was worth trying. I'm going to take Exposing Toxins. When you poison, your items gain 1% crit chance for the fight, because very quickly, they will always crit.
I'm giving a
They're pretty close to always critting at the moment, but
You see landfill.
this will guarantee it. Cooldown reduction, please, friend.
That's been sitting there.
Literally only a coconut was usable in your first store curio. Okay, there's some cooldown reduction. Literally the least you could possibly give me, but I'll take it. Water wheel, why don't you give an additional second of haste to everything? 1% cooldown off of everything. I'm going to get rid of the captain's wheel now as well. Percent. Finn, thank you.
Health food.
Percentage max health gain is one of the strongest things I can get right now. Eri Seri Serious. Do you
You should know. I'm a bit of a
have
legend.
the sauce? There's an invigorating cold. You have an icicle on that board. You do not. You do have a way to freeze, don't you? They have no way to freeze. They do have a Ballista, and Ballista has Obsidian for them. Their damage is scaling very high very quickly. My shielding is not scaling as fast as their damage. They got me. I had 2.3 thousand poison on them, but they still absolutely got me there. I'm being gatekept at this 9 a lot recently.
House Cosina.
I can't be too mad. 9 wins is pretty good, and also this was a build that capped in its like capacity to get better very, very quickly. Shielded Pufferfish and a Radiant Turtle Shell together do incredible work. I'm more than happy to clock in 9 wins with that. Take these 2 chests. Climb a little bit further in the silver rank, up to silver 2. 1 chest away from being able to pop them open, so let's hope we get that in the next episode. Until then, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been The Bazaar. Top left is a series playlist for all my content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations are down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out above the thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to 3D. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.